Morning, folks. Coffee first. Today's the day we're going to start our tomatoes. Stay tuned. Still got a little fire going this morning. This guy got the life. Kind of jealous. Got my son bringing home seedlings and stuff from school, taking up a lot of my shelf space here. Well, the seedlings are doing pretty good. Starting to get a little true leaves on the peppers. I'm going to separate these today. But this morning we're going to start some tomato seeds. Stay tuned. So this is the seed starter mix, in case I haven't shown it in the past. I buy this because it's sterile and you're not going to get any bugs in the house, or a lot less anyway. But it's an organic seed starter. I don't even know, what is it? Ipsoma, something like that. But it's been pretty good. I used it a few times, tried it with some different stuff over the years, and I kind of like it. If they have it available, I buy it. So this is the second bag. I only bought 2 this year. That's all I needed. I'm only going to have to start a few more plants after this tomato batch. We'll get into cucumbers and stuff like that. I got some plans for them this year. But I'm going to get this emptied into the bucket and we'll get it soaking in the water. So as always, I got my soil in my bucket here. I'm just going to take a bunch of this water here. And I'm going to put, geez, like at least half of this, 3/4 of it. All right, a little, slightly more than half, no big deal. And you saw this in my lettuce video, so I'm not going to sit here and bore you with all of this, because these videos have a tendency to kind of run over a little bit. So these are the varieties that we're going to plant. We got this Amish paste tomato. These seeds are from 2019. I got some beefsteak tomatoes I'm trying from Gurney's this year. Gurney's has a lot of hybrid cross breeds and stuff like that. I occasionally use them. I like their stuff. I get good germination from them as well. Had a lot of good luck with them, even though I am primarily Baker Creek. We're going to do this orange hat tomato. It's like a cherry tomato. A friend of mine at work, Paulie, he gave me these seeds. He gave me a few of these tomatoes to try, and they were pretty good. So I'm going to grow some of these. We're going to do the Tamato. It's like a little bit bigger than a cherry tomato. And I saved those Eleni seeds from the last several years. And I'm going to try and get some of those going just to keep the seed alive, because I really like that tomato. So we're going to do, let's see, we'll do one little cell with Eleni. We'll do one with the orange hat. We'll do one with the Tamatos. We'll do one with the beefsteak, and then we're going to do 2 with the tomato paste. That's primarily for my tomato sauce. Okay, while I was waiting for this to moisten up or dampen up, I'm gonna sneak by over here. I'm gonna move this plant before I kill it. Let's see, we'll do the paste tomatoes first. And I did mark everything while I was waiting, each one. So let me get this out of here. We're just gonna do a couple at a time. All right, let me get this out of here. All right, so this soil all soaked up nice. You can see it's obviously moist. You don't want mud, but at the same time you want some good moisture in there. That way your soil's not gonna kind of soak down, sink into the cells. I was gonna do this outside today, but it's too windy and I want my seeds to be blowing all over the place and you wouldn't be able to hear me at the same time. So I know a lot of people don't pack the cells, but I push the soil down a bit, not too hard. The roots will find their way down, but it also, that's another reason to prevent the dirt from sinking down into the cells. And I don't know how good you could see this, but it's pretty obvious. I'll hold them up and show you in a bit, and I'm not pushing hard. I'm not really packing these in, just lightly. And I don't get too carried away. I'm no yuppie. A lot of these guys on YouTube, they gotta show you the prim and proper way to do everything. Everything's gotta be neat and clean, like it's a movie set. But that's not reality. So like I said, that's not reality. That's putting on a show. I guess people like that, but whatever. That's, everybody's different. So all I'm gonna do is take my trusty dirt hole maker, AKA one of the kids' colored pencils. They made the mistake of leaving it out. And I'm just gonna poke a hole, one hole, at 3/8 of an inch deep or so in each cell, maybe half inch, probably half inch. And some of you will get by all the time by just going down the local nursery and purchasing plants that are already started. But let me tell you something, anybody could go down to a nursery, buy plants, throw them in the ground and have some level of success. But not everybody can manage doing all these seeds. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to go down and get some more seeds. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna plant, let's see, I got 2, 4, 6. So I'm gonna do one of these flats with these Amish pastes. And then, I'm gonna go down and get some more seed. I'm either gonna get the same thing or I'm gonna go ahead and use a San Marzano this year. I've been kind of wanting to find an excuse to grow those. Stand by. All right, so I just ran down to the seed vault and got another package of Amish paste. This is a really good tomato. The reason I grabbed these is because this is from 2021 seed. The San Marzanos are 2022 seed. So I'm going to stay continuous with these, and I'll use those for next season. This way I won't have to remark my cells here. And I'm putting 1 to 2 in each hole here. I always get really good germination. I always end up with extra, but I don't want to start the extras and have some kind of failure or catastrophe in the meantime. So I'll end up separating, like I'm going to separate my peppers today. Get in there, you little dog. I'm going to separate my peppers today because I got several coming up in the same hole, and I'll set them aside. Sometimes my friends take them, or you know, people, whatever. I can just give them to them. So I'm just covering these holes, lightly covering them. I'm gonna take, let's see, I got my water bottle right here. I got my cinnamon. And it don't matter, you can water first or put the cinnamon, it doesn't really matter. But I'm gonna, even though the soil's wet, I'm wetting this in because I really want moisture contact with the seed in the soil. So we're gonna give this a good soak in here. Now, don't you guys find it kind of funny that all these food plants, wheat storage, vegetable storage, they're all burning down? I'll post a couple pictures in this video. If you pay attention, and I know a lot of people aren't, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, but you know, people's priorities are changed because we're living a life of luxury, not necessity. Well, I try and focus more on the necessity, even though I have some luxuries. So you got to pay attention to this stuff, people. And I was saying about, you know, doing this stuff is a skill set. It looks easy all the time, but you know what? We all have failure. Even I have failure. And I might have more failure over most people because I'm more apocalyptic. I do things a lot less generic than most people. And I do that for a reason. Okay, so we got the beef tomatoes and the Tamatos. I almost forgot what the heck they were. So I gotta pull this back so I'm not reaching over so far. It's not good on the back. So, same thing. But I am noticing a lot of these articles, and I mean, it's even going on in Russia and overseas. Their plants are burning down. So somebody's committing some kind of arson. There's just like hundreds of plants that are being burned down. This arson is serious. This is a deliberate attack on the people in the food supply. They know that that even the United States and all these countries, they cannot sustain feeding all the people. I mean, you're talking, you know, 7 billion people in the world. Just in the United States alone is 350 million. So why is the Biden administration paying farmers not to plant? Why is Bill Gates buying up the majority of crops and fertile land? Why are they scraping good topsoil and sending it to Japan and China out of the United States? You tell me. How did the Clintons end up getting away with selling Russia uranium? Huh? Dum-dums? But yet, I mean, I don't want to get too involved because you guys are all getting mad at me. But this is so painfully obvious, and people are falling for all this bullshit. Jesse Smollett, this fool. I mean, that kind of crap. We still don't know what the hell happened with Jeffrey Epstein and, you know, all the high-level guys, including Bill Gates, Zuckerberg. All these guys were at Epstein Island raping these little boys and, you know, having sex with these minors and everything. Nobody cares about that shit. Why? Why? I do. But no, everybody's living in la-la land. All this stuff separating you from Scripture, you don't even care about God no more. And you notice my shirt. Yeah, Biden's an idiot, man. I didn't vote for the bastard. Dude needs a hot bowl of soup and a in a nursing home, aka Gitmo. People are committing crimes against the Constitution and humanity, and nobody's doing nothing about it. And this is all fact. All right, let me make sure I don't mix things up. All right, Tommy toes are going on the left side. I'm gonna open these babies up. These are 2022 seed. Oops, I didn't want to rip it like that. You guys got me all excited now. But, you know, I was talking about like some of these YouTube channels. You know what? A lot of good, smart people out there. But they're making a living on YouTube, which is fine. I got no problem with it. I'm trying to do my best too, but at the same time, you know what? I'm in my living room right here. This is reality. I either do it in here or my kitchen or outside. I don't set up a stage for you. 1, 2. Not everybody can have a stage. But what are you going to do when you go down to that nursery and you can't buy those plants? What happens when that's part of the shortage? And last year, we did have some areas that could not get seed, could not get plants. So you guys gotta, man, you gotta really readjust your priorities. All right, so as I go, I'm sealing up these seed packets. Now we're gonna do the Gurney beef. And this last couple of years, I wasn't like real happy with the selection of Baker Creek beef tomatoes for some reason. So that's why I went with these Gurneys. I almost bought some from Johnny Seeds, but this ain't the best packet opening. Don't worry about it though. I'll take care of it. All right, so. And I also noticed that a lot of these companies now, they're not giving you as much seed as they used to in the past. So now Baker Creek has a lot of farmers, you know, small-time homesteaders saving seed for them too, which is fine. I got no problem with that. Okay. These are the beef. All right, seal these babies up. So I'll put a piece of tape on here also, because they're not sealing up all that great. So I'm going to soak these down, put the cinnamon. I'm not going to bore you with all that. All right, so let's do these Alinis first. And I would like to say my wife is away for a few days. We had a friend of ours who passed away in his sleep. Rest in peace, Robert. I hope you found the Lord. I'm going to dedicate this video to him. He's a real good dude. Passed away about 3 weeks to a month already. Good dude though. Him and I, we talked a lot about this stuff and the politics involving all this stuff. You know, I'm gonna miss him. So this video's for you, Robert. So here I'm doing these seeds I saved. These are Elini. I saved these because I really like these tomatoes. I mean, these things were delicious and perfect size. I even have, if you notice, some of these still have the paper towel attached to them that I use to dry them, which that ain't gonna bother anything. So I'm not gonna be afraid to put a couple extra in each hole, but I'm not sure how long I'll be able to save. Oh no, all right, I dropped one right here. Let's get that in the hole. There's one. So I'm not exactly sure how long they're going to save. I need my trusty tool here. I'm trying to keep these alive as long as possible, just because I like the variety. Even though every time I grow them, they kind of cross-pollinate and change a little bit. All right, so the orange hats now. Thank you, Paulie, for the seed. I'm hoping there's at least 6 seeds in here. He grew some in his house. He was growing them in his house this winter. So he already had tomatoes he was eating, which I found rather interesting. Oh yeah, we got plenty. A small seed. So this would obviously be the first time I'm growing these. A couple seeds kind of fell over, no big deal. Get them in the hole. Same thing, just lightly cover and tamp. Okay. Same thing, I'm gonna soak the crap out of these. So don't you people find it funny that all these meat packing plants and anything that has to do with food, they're having major fires? I find it pretty coincidental. Pretty coincidental. I'm running out of water here, but luckily I have the old bottle of neem oil. I just filled it with water. Using this for the same purpose here. Because it's a good spray bottle. And it might have a little residual neem oil in there. Who cares? I'm not buying another one of these though. For the summer, I'll probably put a few drops of Dawn dishwashing detergent in here when I spray the leaves of some of the plants for bugs and stuff. Throw that back up here. But yeah, we're being attacked, people. We are being attacked. Constitutionally, food supply, shortages on materials, and I mean, these guys are hitting us from all angles, and not enough people are taking this serious. I am. So, but we need to start going after these people. But anyway, until then, we have to make do. So the reason I'm talking about this like this is, because I'm trying to open your eyes. I'm trying to reach you. I know that people are going to be shocked by what's coming. Does everybody have to start from seed? No, you don't. But right now, the times are still good. My advice right now, like I used to say, every household should have 3 months worth of food and water. Now I'm thinking years, a couple years. Times are still good. Yeah, costs are up, but you should be filling your cupboards and putting food in your house, stack it to the ceiling. I had a guy come up to me and say, "Hey, I'm buying a Glock 26," and like I was going to be impressed. No, I'm not impressed. I'd be more impressed if he told me he was buying, $700 worth of canned food. That would impress me right now. Because you can't eat those guns. And any one of you dudes who thinks you're gonna go house to house and just take what you want, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. Go ahead and try come here. See what happens to you. You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna get in people's houses. You'll be taken out with a number 2 pencil. Come on, man. You ain't training. Not trying to scare anybody, but food is going to be gold real soon. Real soon. Right? You better. I would be buying those extra cans of soup, cases of soup, if you're not equipped to do all this, because, all right, you start seeds. Let's say you start seeds right now. And you're going to be able to eat fresh veggies for about 4 months, maybe 3.5, 4 months. But what about the rest of the months of the year, right? You got another 7, 8 months. That's why we teach not only starting the seeds, growing the vegetables, but preservation. You gotta learn how to preserve your food if you're gonna get into this lifestyle. Now, it's not an inexpensive lifestyle, but when times like this are upon us, men's hearts are gonna fail them for what's coming. But when you read in the papers that all these food processing plants and these storage facilities and all these things are burning down, listen, somebody's lighting these places on fire. They're disrupting the food chain. That's gonna get to us. We're only seeing the very tip of it right now. You ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing. But it's coming. Get ready. That's my word of advice. Sorry if I'm talking too bluntly. You know what? If you're offended, then maybe you should go to another channel. But it's coming. And we're here to teach you. We're trying to help you, trying to reach you, and trying to just open your eyes to the evils around us. Don't get caught with your pants down. Feed your family. At least bare minimum, get those long shelf life foods right now. Canned goods, canned veggies. Just buy the stuff that you eat. Screw toilet paper. Screw toilet paper. You got people in Venezuela eating out of the backs of garbage trucks. I just had one go past my house and pick up the trash as I'm talking. You probably heard it. They're eating out of the backs of those trucks. That used to be a very prosperous country. Stop doing everything with your feelings and start living by necessity. That's all I got to say about that. All right, so I put the tomatoes here, had to switch a few things around. Put the greenhouse lid, clear lid over the top. That's going to help with the moisture and keep that soil top moist until these things germinate. Also remember, I marked each individual cell. There's some old markings on here. I don't care about taking all that off. But very simple. If you want to see this process without all my political rhetoric, then go ahead and watch the lettuce video on the channel. But the reason I'm showing you the way I do it is because this is real. This is how I do it and been doing it for years. I started out with a little 4x4 table over here by the window with foam cups. I have progressed into this setup here. But I maintain the skill set to still be able to do this stuff with that picture window without the electricity, just in case. That's very important. I am liking the full spectrum lights here. This thing is working out fantastic because, I mean, look at, there is no lankiness with my plants. Look at these peppers. They've been in here for a couple weeks already, and they're just starting to get the true leaves. You know what? Slow is good. You keep that soil moist so you don't have a drought condition, which will affect the amount of produce you get from them plants. And you also don't put too much water where you're going to get into a early root rot where the plants have to recover. I mean, these are probably borderline too moist anyway, but the temperature under here right now is 70 degrees. I woke up this morning, it was 68 degrees. So I had a fire going last night. I got another fire going right now, and this is one of the reasons. I just prepped my beds yesterday, which you saw the video. So my onions are getting ready to be planted pretty soon. I guess that's about it. I don't want to make this go too long, but take those words I told you, take that advice and start figuring out what you're going to need for your family, because these bad times are coming. The sky is falling. God bless. Have a good day.